I have been loving shows on cults, which is kind of weird, and I've talked about that on Politics recently with you guys. And I actually, because of that reason, I've been into these cult shows. I thought it would be fun today to bring out some Kool-Aid. Everybody gets their own glass of Kool-Aid. I'm just kidding. Some of you guys got really nervous there for a second. You were like, oh my gosh, what conference is this? Don't worry. We're not the cult, but the left is. And I'm going to tell you guys about why I think the left is just like a cult. So I don't know if any of you guys remember hearing about a cult called Nexium in the last couple of years. It was branded as sort of a multi-level marketing and self-help group ran by a guy named Keith Raniere. But it turned into a full-blown sex cult. I know, bear with me, okay? There's a reason I'm telling you this. It started in 1998, and then it finally ended in 2018 with Raniere's arrest. And there was so much hype around this group, and it was so popular that this guy, Keith Raniere, was actually able to successfully recruit several Hollywood stars to join it and lead it with him. And the thing about cults is that when you join one, you don't usually know that it's a cult that you're joining. Like the members of Nexium, they thought they were just buying into this organization that created self-help seminars and techniques for self-improvement. They were completely unaware that they were being brainwashed. And for some of the unlucky women in Nexium, they actually ended up becoming victims of human trafficking, and they had their skin branded with a hot iron with this guy, Keith Raniere's initials. And one of the most interesting things about Nexium was that this Keith Raniere guy wasn't brainwashing idiots, okay? You guys, the people who got sucked in to this scam included celebrities, socialites, politicians, and I'm talking very educated people who truly thought they were going to change the world and make a difference. Sounds kind of familiar, right? Yeah, I thought so too. And so after learning about these stories, I couldn't shake the realization that the left operates the exact same way. So I want you to look at these parallels with me because I'm about to blow your mind. The reason so many of us have lost our friends and our family to the religious doctrine of the left is because they truly have no idea that they've been brainwashed into joining a cult. And yeah, I consider leftism to be a religious cult, one that, unlike other religious cults, they're not worshiping a god, right? They're worshiping the government and themselves, and it is a dangerous trap. The left lies to new members and says they're so much more compassionate and tolerant and loving than conservatives. I know we hear this all the time. Basically, it's all sunshine and rainbows, right? Until you join, if you join their club. But don't get it twisted. The catch of this love and peace party is that they make their own rules, they define their own words, and they demonize anybody who doesn't abide by their playbook. Like justice, for example. Take justice, the word justice. For conservatives, justice is impartial, right? It doesn't take anything other than the individual's actions into account because it holds everyone equal under the law. True justice is getting what you deserve without favor. But the left doesn't believe in this justice. They have redefined justice to mean social justice, which basically means that they demand economic justice based on economic condition, race, upbringing, and sexual orientation. They want all of that taken into account, and as a result, giving you what you don't deserve because you are favored. This actually isn't justice at all because it is based on completely subjective standards. And because they're subjective, your status in the movement can change from woke to broke in the span of a day. Conservatives actually believe in true justice because we have consistent definitions and we have good morals. Conservatives are able to avoid falling into the trap of political correctness and fascist thought police because we look to our Creator as the lawgiver, not man. We actually have an objective moral standard. And one of the things that a cult first does is demand complete allegiance to their cause. And if anyone dares to question their doctrine, they're made an example of so other members won't make the same mistake. The message is clear. You mess up and you're going to suffer the same peril. If there was ever a year to prove that this is the case, 2020 has been it, right? We have seen people's nanas getting harassed in the street if they didn't shout allegiance to Black Lives Matter, Inc. We've had families who go out to eat get screamed at and harassed for not holding up a closed fist. And if you didn't wear a mask for some reason in your own vehicle, then you're dubbed as a super spreader. Businesses, their owners that spent their whole lives saving up to start an enterprise, watched their childhood dreams burn to the ground this summer. Public figures and YouTubers have been forced to make humiliating apology videos at record rates for the most absurd, petty offensive. I know we've all seen those. I think Tana has had to make like 4 of them in 4 months. But mobs of keyboard warriors who none of us, not you, not me, have ever even met, they will spend in just days campaigning for us to be fired from our jobs. They'll post our personal information online. They will encourage random people to show up at our houses. They use fear tactics and threats to bully us into complying with their way of thinking, or at least make sure we shut up and stay silent, which we're never going to do. I mean, how good can an idea be if it has to be mandatory? Conformity is demanded. Staying silent is seen as violence. Disagreement is considered assault. Words and phrases like sexual preference, fascism, court packing, feminism, and body positivity are constantly redefined. Why? Because when cheaters can't win the game, they change the rules. And when the left can't win an argument, they change the definitions, the goalposts, and their expectations. And like in any emotionally abusive relationship, members must be isolated from their family and friends so that there is no chance that your family could get through to you and influence you and counter the religious message that they're trying to indoctrinate you with. In order to successfully brainwash their victims, terror is conflated with love. And when we're really scared of something, we don't just run away from the thing that's scaring us. What do? We run towards someone that we trust to save us. But the problem is, so many people are scared of this Orwellian trajectory that the left is creating, but the people that they are running to for help are the very source of their terror.
Hey everybody, this is Charlie Kirk, founder and CEO of Turning Point USA. If you liked this video, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel at Turning Point USA.